I walk into the party, my name is at the door. I get myself a drink as I make it to the floor. I walk into the party, get my name at the door. But they want more, it's me they're ready for. Do you wanna take a picture of me?
Stoney, one day when you grow old enough, your totems will start to change. You'll have questions.
Australians aren't allowed to breed.
Anybody below the equator is sterile.
No.
Sorry,
I was gonna say, that just means my sperm is perseverant.
Your sperm swims in the opposite direction of us up here.
Hey everyone, it's Burb. Long time no see, but I'm back. There's been some talk on the forums about my cats. Basically, my cats are awesome, and they're really freaking cute. Anyways, this week was Super Bowl Sunday week, and if you live in America and you didn't watch the Super Bowl, well, you're un-American, so...
Stoney has a tendency to be a little too ambitious, or maybe the better word is optimistic for his own good.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Steelers fan. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh. I grew up as a young kid during their era of dominance in the late 70s, when they were the Steel Curtain. I've been a Steelers fan all my life. It's in my blood. I would love to be back in Pittsburgh with my family, hanging out, watching the Super Bowl. But I was willing to sacrifice TiVoing the Super Bowl in order to raid and give everybody else the opportunity to raid and get stuff done.
So we took a poll on the website. Turned out there were people who kind of categorized themselves in three groups. People who would want to raid on Sunday, people who didn't want to raid on Sunday, and people who would show up if they absolutely had to. For the most part, I think the people that didn't want to raid sort of won that one.
Let's just cancel raid and get everything done that we need to get done in the 3 nights of raiding that we have.
Watch your aggro.
Oh, melee side, melee. Coming from the left.
Instead, we only raided 10 hours this week. And let me tell you, we got shit done.
We've been working on heroic modes for a few weeks now, but we never did finish our progression on the rest of the normal modes. So we went back and we finished up Alakir this week.
Five.
The primary reason why Alakir was filling me with so much rage was the attack that he does called Squall Line. Now, the way Squall Line works is that you get this big wall of tornadoes going around the platform. But there's a hole in the wall of tornadoes that you need to be in as it passes over you. Otherwise, you get sucked into the wall of tornadoes, you get a shit ton of damage done to you, then you get chucked out over the ledge, where you spin around uselessly for a few seconds before you get tossed back onto the platform.
Odin, I'm giving you a circle. Everybody stack on Odin.
Alright, getting to the safe zone. Okay, we're good. Getting back into position.
Fly all the way to the top. Circle. Find the circle. Get with the circle.
Yes. 1K.
Boom.
Yeah.
Congrats.
You guys got it?
Yeah. We've got a great freaking guild. And if we raided more than 12 hours a week, man, we would really make a fucking splash out there. And I just feel like we're not living up to our potential. And the only reason that we're not is because we're not raiding enough. And this is where you start to cross the line into more serious competitive progression as opposed to hard mode, well-paced progression.
I couldn't disagree more. The 10-man team is on a 3-day raid week. We raid Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday, and we raid 4 hours a night. So we still raid 12 hours a week total, which is, it works out really, really well. And, you know, I have a real life, and I feel like I am in the majority, probably, of WoW players, where I have a real job. You know, I like to go out with my friends, I like to do things, and I like to also play WoW. You know, playing video games is one of my many hobbies. I have a lot of other hobbies, so more raid weeks, more raid days during the week, you know, leaves less time for me to do other things.
They learned that.
Yeah, I reckon like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Good job.
So we had to finish our raid week in 3 nights instead of 4. That's a big hit for us. We have limited time per week. We only raid 12 hours a week. When you lose that 25%, you got to wonder, you know, how many more heroic bosses could we have attempted this week?
All right, stick something in there.
Wow, you have great
Well,
timing. You have great timing.
Thank God you're still a Tauren. Thank God.
Wow.
My guy's dead center.
Claw and Orb. When I talked to him 2 weeks ago about, like, look, man, you're on the bubble. I don't know if you're going to be here or you're not going to be here. I'm going to promote you because you've at least lived up to the bare minimum expectations. But it's not bare minimum that I want. I want you to be a raider that I can't live without. Dude, holy shit. He has really come through. He has increased his healing throughput by about 50%. And Drive and Lillu have been a little bit pissed about that so much loot has gone to him, but the fact of the matter is he out-heals Lillu by about a third. 25 to 30% on any given fight.
It's tough. It's really tough to talk about it because there's been so much going on. At the beginning of Kata, my dad was getting ready for surgery, major surgery. So that was a huge, you know, tough part of my life. I had to go deal with it, and turns out everything was fine. Everything went well. He's doing fine. And I'm very happy for that, but it really took a toll on my performance and how I was during raid and how how I treated people, I guess. I don't know if you would call it that, because I wasn't mean to anybody. I wasn't, you know, any different towards anybody. It was just my performance sucked. And no matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I was at the bottom of the logs every single night, and I could not figure it out. It's frustrating that I couldn't get it done, but it's also frustrating that no one offered to help me. That nobody said, hey Lillu, I noticed that you're struggling. How can I help you? Or what can I do to help?
Except for me.
Thanks. I was getting to that part.
Oh.
It's just frustrating to know that you're the longest druid in the guild. Been here since after week 1, and you're being stepped all over by people who just joined. I just don't know my role anymore.
Real life, what can I say? I got a mini promotion at work, so I was moved to a more hectic place in the club that I work at, bouncing there, and yeah, it was pretty intense actually, a little more intense than I'm used to, but it was fine. I did well, and I'll probably keep that position. Better music up there anyway. Other than that, nothing's really changed. I'm still set to go off to Perth on the 18th, which I'll miss a raid, and I have rarely ever missed a raid on purpose. The shortened week that we had, we performed quite well.
We got Alakir 25 man, including our first attempt on him, our first kill on him. All of Bastion cleared, all of Blackwing cleared, and even spent an hour working on heroic extremities.
Go ahead and wipe it.
Okay.
Whee! Fire! Wait, I'm trying to stand and you
I'm in
fire.
back.
Why are you going away?